Ça serait super.
Pushing against the grain. Watch the clock tick and fade.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Matt, and last night I decided to spend some time in the multiplayer for the Battlefield 1 trial as well, instead of playing a lot of the single player. And I found myself picking up the Elite class every so often and getting some pretty decent gameplay with it that you see in the background. So today I thought I would go over why these special pickups are so useful in some areas opposed to others. Feel free to leave a like down below if you enjoyed. So for each of the Elite classes, they have a different build and range to them, whereas the Flame Trooper Elite class uses close range to its advantage, the Tank Hunter uses long range engagements to its advantage, and the Sentry's kind of just in the middle there. You have a light machine gun. Hold down mouse 1. But you're still paired with a close quarter sidearm just in case, people try and bust up your girls with the Tank Hunter. For the Sentry, you're paired with much besides the light machine gun that is equipped with, 600 bullets of hot fire. Other than that, you can soak up a lot of damage before dying. These Elite classes have undergone some slight changes that I've noticed since the beta a few weeks ago. I think that they are pretty good changes. For the Sentry, we now have a different amount of visibility, which now makes you feel like, you actually have an Elite class rather than just have picked up a weapon. From around the map, as in the beta, you kind of just pick up the light machine gun and you're now a Sentry. You're now plated in armor, also adding to that effect and sharing some of the campaign's traits, I'm assuming. And I think the Sentry is balanced out nicely in that sense. As for the Flame Trooper, I have noticed that the range of the actual flames has been taken down just a tad since the beta, although I don't know if they had, longer range due to the size of Sinai Desert in the beta, but I do think they have been reduced just a tad. Also, just another thing that's changed is the awful crosshair from the beta. It looked fucking terrible in the beta. Absolutely terrible. I was like, what the fuck is this? It now looks normal rather than it looking, bent out of shape like the beta had, but that's really just aesthetics, I guess. Just little things. And finally, for the Tank Hunter, I haven't really noticed much. It still takes the same amount of damage away from light armored vehicles and heavily armored vehicles. Actually, I more use this class just to pick off infantry as they run down the hills, as you can see in the background there. That's a lot more fun than taking away 18 damage from a tank. That's just my personal opinion. My overall favorite has to be the Flame Trooper on Ammians, the combo. That's the best combo you can ever have. It makes so much sense because of the range that you're fighting on the map. It's very close quarters, and I'll be going over this map in a separate video, but the Flame Trooper can absolutely just annihilate the fucking anybody in its vicinity, but has no defense against some of the light tanks or explosives, really just more like fire and bullets, which kind of sucks. But there's plenty of buildings to hide in all around the map. But as the Flame Trooper, you're slow as fuck and you don't regenerate health, so you have to keep that in mind. Maybe stick with a couple teammates or some squad mates that will keep you alive. You can probably rack up the kills. The important thing to remember is that these classes all play to certain strengths and weaknesses on each map, and I wish that there was some sort of ability to choose which Elite class you get. Say if you were to come up to one of these boxes with the Elite class in it, and then it would kind of give you the option to which one you would like to use. I think that might be a good idea. Some players favor one Elite class over the other and could possibly use one pickup more effectively than others. That's just an idea though. Let me know what you guys think down below about that idea. Some of you guys are probably gonna be like, that's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why don't you shut the fuck up? And I'll just let's just accept that. Okay. So yeah, a lot of last night consisted of me playing with some of the new things Battlefield 1, like these Elite classes, and some players would call them overpowered when I would set 4 or 5 of their teammates on fire, and then them, including them. But that's just because they're jealous, I think. But I don't think these classes are unbalanced or overpowered in any way. In a sense, they're kind of like player-controlled bosses that are in the multiplayer. If these Elite classes were controlled by computer players, for example, I don't think people would call them overpowered ever, because AI is just shitty. Yeah, they're kind of just like player-controlled bosses. They just make people think for a second before charging in, guns blazing. Maybe a teammate might want to sacrifice one of his lives to bayonet charge the Elite class, as you can still kill these guys in one shot with a perfectly placed melee attack, usually from behind and not from the front, which is fair and balanced. If you're gonna have your back turned away from a guy with a shovel, you're kind of asking to get the shit beaten out of you with a shovel. So this video isn't by no means a tutorial or tips and tricks or tits and dicks video on how to use these Elite classes effectively. Fuck, I can barely win a game on Battlefield 1 so far, so don't really listen to me. I'm just a guy talking about some things that interest me so far in the full release of Battlefield 1. And I gotta say, so far so good, Dice. So far so good. I'm really enjoying this game. So if you guys have enjoyed this short little guide of a video, I didn't want to make this one too long as I just released a 42-minute video yesterday. Fucking crazy for me. But if you did like this video, make sure you drop a like down below or dislike down below. Both are appreciated. It's 2016. I've been taught to accept everything and anything no matter what. And I hope you liked the little background gameplay. I wasn't able to record any Sentry gameplay just yet, as I couldn't really find out where the fuck it was on the few maps that I actually played last night. But that's okay. I still have 8 or so hours of playtime left before the 18th, so I'll find some time for it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. The support on the last few videos has been great, and I'm fully engaged once again with YouTube and trying to produce some of my shit content once again. Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous day, and as always, thanks again for the last fucking time, guys. I'll see you later.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people
for wore pajamas and lived life slow. Where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash.